Look, I know we're short a couple of guys, but this is one of the games we circled for you based on your goal. Injuries are part of the game.
So you still want to win?
And you don't.
Yeah, of course. But I knew where you were going, so I figured I'd just cut straight to the chase.
Needless to say, we need you to step up, MP.
I guess that means taking more shots.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that part.
Man, I love it, man. I'm built for this, Coach. You don't have to worry about this. I got this, man. I've been locked in on this moment right here.
All right, then go out there and do your thing.
I got you.
The National Basketball Association and the Minnesota Timberwolves are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to avoid any disruptive behaviors such as fights, throwing backwards, using the proper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaged in such behavior are subject to rejection and possible arrest. These important violations to these rules are serious punishment, security, or a restart.
About our bobblehead giveaway day. Come to the game, bring the family, and get a free bobblehead.
And there is a very engaging atmosphere of fans getting ramped up outside the arena. And now, 2K Sports brings you Thursday night in the NBA. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. And giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. And they're dealing with 2 injuries. One of their stars out, no doubt will have an impact on this game.
You have 2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
Now, New York starting 5. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Jaden McDaniels, and it's Shannon in at the 2 guard. All right, Clark, we're starting to close in on the midway point of the season. How do these players pace themselves for what's ahead?
You know, Brian, it's interesting. You prepared to play a long, grueling season, so the guys are in great shape. But I think the biggest thing is to be smart about how you play, how you practice, and how you take care of your body. I think when you get between the lines, you're going 100%. How you manage the stuff off the court is really the key. Working hard, but smarter is the key to being able to be at your best late in the season.
And MP's made no secret that one of his main focuses this season is taking down the top teams in the league. His motivation in games like this has been clear.
Well, look, you had to expect teams to come out playing their best against MP after he said he was going to up his game against teams that finished higher than them last season. He's got a few of these games left on the schedule, and he can still salvage his reputation, but it's got to start tonight.
Here's Brunson, following the score by Minnesota. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. I discussed with Coach how difficult it is to guard Jalen Brunson. He initially joked. He said, "You'll have to ask my guys that. Jalen is really gritty, confident player. We can't let him get into a rhythm early or we're going to be in trouble. We'll have to keep our eye on how well this defense does against Brunson." Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, a big story this summer was Jalen Brunson signing a team-friendly extension, leaving an unprecedented amount of money on the table, but providing the Knicks with the opportunity to lock in this tight-knit core and contend in the East at the highest levels for years to come.
A team to be reckoned with. Shams, thank you for the report. Goes back up. The shot won't fall. McDaniels with some nice D.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Yeah, I love the activity in the pick and roll from Bridges, delivering a dime right on the money.
Pass to Shannon. Outside Reed. Clock at 6. Here's Shannon. McDaniels passes to ATrain. Hart pulls it in. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. And here's Anunoby. McDaniels covering. Open shot from Brunson. Got it. 2 for 5 now.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
The Timberwolves trail. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. To the inside. Here's Reed. Oh, he elevates for the slam. Jalen Brunson on the receiving end.
I think this is why you get Reed involved in screen and rolls. I mean, he's phenomenal at making the cut after setting the screen.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Brunson. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. Bridges passes to Hart. No good on the 3.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's ATrain. Misses in close.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Hart passes to Bridges. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here. Oh, throw it down!
Nice! And how about the hops Bridges has? Showing off some there with the slam.
Pass to ATrain. Reed, a screen on Brunson. Here's ATrain. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. ATrain's got 6.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Brunson surveys. Fires top of the key, and it's New York with another. There's a minute 34 left in the opening quarter. Here's ATrain. Brunson defending. Into the lane. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the night.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And some changes here for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Hart. McBride comes in for Anunoby. And Payne is subbed in for Brunson. And that one misses. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
ATrain, no good.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Outside Payne. Left side McBride. Towns is screen on DiVincenzo. McBride counted from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Here's ATrain. And it's New York with a rebound. Bridges with it. Now Alexander Walker defending. That three's off the mark.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's ATrain. Pass to Reed. Now here's DiVincenzo. Here's ATrain. McBride covers. Tries to break his ice. And that one is hammered home.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Towns way outside. And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer.
Whew. That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. New York out in front, leading by 4. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the... Deciding to change it up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
They've also done a good job defensively so far tonight, just making it tough all around on shooters, and it shows in their block numbers.
They've got Joe Ingles. He's out there with Naz Reid, and it's ATrain in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. New York leading by 8. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, ATrain in their last time out against the Hawks had a huge game. He picked up 49 points, and he was in the zone offensively. There was nothing the D could do to stop him. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
Now, I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose to dunk with that higher difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play you'll remember from this game, clearly. Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Reed sets a screen. Here's ATrain. Oh, he elevates for the slam. Jalen Brunson on the receiving end.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Now here's McBride. Last game for him, he had 14. Robinson passes to Brunson. The 11-footer. The shot comes out. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Minnesota shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. Josh Hart's checked in for New York. Mikal Bridges comes in for McBride. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And yeah, they're excited, and for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Got it up. That shot off the mark. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Knicks out in front, up by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for that game against the Pelicans, they hold some advantages but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focused and get the job done.
That's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to bring it every day, but, you know, we try. All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Timberwolves.
Their perimeter D's been weaker than airport toilet paper. Trust me, I know. They should strengthen it.
Wait a minute. I can't get the image of airport toilet paper now out of my head. Chasing guys off the arc would be the first thing I'd recommend. Airport toilet paper?
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Timberwolves trail by 5. So on the floor for New York, Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Now here's Brunson. Brunson, oh, what a play. Just palms the block. And for Minnesota, they're shooting 65%. Their offense has been on another level. Here's ATrain. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Well, Clark, playing time is so difficult to come by. So what's the best way to stay ready if you're on the end of the bench?
Yeah, that's a good question, B. I never experienced that as a starter in the short career that I had in the NBA. With all the travel, I think you just got to make a commitment to get in the extra work between the few practices that you have. So it's really being self-motivated as an individual to be professional and anticipate that you're going to be ready if your number's called.
Pass to Towns, over Gobert, Bridges outside, just 5 to shoot. There's the triple, and it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. And stolen by Bridges. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
You love the assertiveness Bridges plays with, accepting contact while he's trying to score.
New York shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That free throw misses. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And he's good on the second.
And every year, Bridges seems to take another leap. His work ethic and drive to improve is impressive.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. And the Knicks with the possession here, following the score by Minnesota. And that one's good, Brunson.
And there's a nice rhythm to Brunson's game. I mean, you see it in the pull-up.
The Timberwolves trail. Reed, a screen on Brunson. Here's ATrain. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got a rebound, number 5 here tonight. Outside Brunson. Hart against Reed. Outside Anunoby. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Take it away. And here they come. Here's DiVincenzo. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
DiVincenzo smartly getting into the defense there, drawing a foul inside while taking the shot. That's a smart offensive play by DiVincenzo.
That free throw no good. Chris Finch calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Give yourself a round of applause.
There's 6 seconds left in the third. Here's Bridges, and he's back in business as the jumper finally drops for him. Bridges has got 5 points in the quarter. It's been all about Jalen Brunson for New York. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. We'll be right back with you shortly. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Dillingham. Rudy Gobert is out there with Jaden McDaniels, and it's ATrain in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. The shot by Payne, no good. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's ATrain. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
With that reach, Towns is going to get his fair share of block shots. There's no doubt about that.
Here's ATrain. And now a peek at some of the players competing for a spot in the dunk contest. All of them true dunk artists who can do some spectacular things in the air.
And I can't wait to see what these guys have dreamed up this year. The level of athleticism and creativity that goes into this contest is what makes it so incredible to watch.
If he can keep raking in the votes and hold on to his number 4 spot, he'll make the cut for the contest for sure.
And I see no reason why he shouldn't. And frankly, I think he's got a pretty good shot at wowing the judges and winning the whole thing.
And as All-Star Weekend gets closer, we'll of course update you on how things are looking. But this year already promises plenty of standout performances.
Yeah, this is going to be a dunk contest you don't want to miss.
Here's Towns, following the score by Minnesota. Back to Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to McBride. And here's Payne outside. Tipped! And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. And here's Payne outside. Kept alive. Second chance effort. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
They're doing great work at the free throw line this half. That bodes well for their chances to close out this game.
And he makes a first. And the Timberwolves making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Changes here for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. Outside Brunson. Towns on a screen. And it's Brunson missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. Gobert with a screen on Brunson. Here's ATrain. Lays it in with a nice touch off the window. ATrain's got 32 points.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Now here's Brunson. Off target on the 15-footer.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Reed sets a screen. Here's ATrain. Brunson defending. ATrain. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down. No need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
That's the way to go.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
Thanks for that, Allie.
He'll challenge any defender. Brunson going right after it inside.
He sinks the clutch free throw. So he gets them both, and it's a two-point ball game.
Now, that's how you capitalize at the line. As long as they play good defense, I think they should have this win locked up.
Here's ATrain. And he drives in. Oh, off target.
Fifth personal foul. Fifth team foul. At the line for Minnesota, number 12.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to one. Both good from the line that time.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Hey, fans, who wants the free defense? Make some noise.
Outside Brunson. Misses the three. Oh, had a chance to win it right there. Couldn't get it to fall. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Daniels, and it's Shannon in at the shooting guard position. Here's Hart. To the middle. Here's Brunson. It's blocked by Gobert.
This is what Gobert is known for. His ability to swat shots away with ease.
Here's ATrain. Basket's good. ATrain's got 38 points.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
Outside Hart. Just over a minute into overtime here. Here's Brunson. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Brunson's got 37.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Gobert with a screen on Brunson. It counts, and the foul. Towns. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
Those and one plays can really be backbreakers in a close game.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
And you have to avoid getting too physical with Brunson because he'll get these calls.
He gets the first, and that gives him a lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a two-point ball game.
Making them when it matters most. Those trips to the line can build some confidence.
Here's ATrain. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And the Knicks with the possession here, following the score by Minnesota. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Minnesota's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Gobert with a screen on Brunson to take the lead. Here's ATrain. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 during this OT session. Anunoby finds Brunson. Count it, and the foul. McDaniels. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out. Clark is checked in for McDaniels. That free throw good from Brunson. For Minnesota, they've gone an impressive 4 for 5 since we started overtime. Reid sets a screen. Here's ATrain. He connects! And that one brings him within 1.
It looked like that was going to be blocked, but then he pulled the Houdini act and flipped it in for the score.
It's all come down to this one critical possession.
And BA, you can feel the intensity in this arena. A huge make by Jalen Brunson, shining in the biggest of moments.
Here's ATrain. Anunoby covering. Pass to Shannon. Here's ATrain. To the paint. Here's Reid. Fires the 3. Shannon's shot is off. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see them knock them down there.
Gobert with a screen on Brunson. The floater, ATrain. It's hauled in by Robinson. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Rudy Gobert, 5th personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
So New York wins it. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.